What's up, minions? Lex DeVille here, and this is part 2 of our freelance article writing tutorial playlist. In today's video, we are going to look at the building blocks of an article. Structural Design 101 to help you get up and earning fast. If that's something you're interested in, stick around. Hey minions, if you're new to the channel and you like what I have to say, then be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. Only do this if you like what I have to say and if you want to hear more about freelancing, entrepreneurship, and personal world domination. For those who don't know me, I'm Lex DeVille, and on this channel we help you break the chains that bind your mind to build a freelance empire. We share lots of freelance writing and tips and tutorials and things like that, so if you're new, consider subscribing, and of course, you are welcome to ask questions at any time. This video is going to be about the structural design, the building blocks of a freelance article. So what you need to put and where you need to put it on the page to actually create an article. What's all involved with that? What are the different pieces? We're going to go ahead and dive in with those, starting with piece number 1, which is your headline. So anytime you write an article, you're going to be expected to craft some kind of headline. This is going to be the title of the article, and it is going to be what people see, the first thing people see that has to stand out and catch their attention so that they want to read your article. And so every article is going to have a headline. It's going to have some different requirements depending on what the client wants. So some clients want a catchy headline. Some clients want a clickbait headline where you say something that's a little bit over the top that makes people either say, oh, I totally agree with that, I got to read this, or, oh, I totally disagree with that, I got to click this to see what this fool says. You know, so that's a clickbait headline. There's other types of headlines that can be creative, so it says something interesting that makes the person want to click, or it could be something that solves a problem or hints at having a problem, as a solution for a problem, so that people want to click to get that solution. So there are different ways you can write headlines, but for now, just know that you are going to need a headline. That's the very basic, the very first thing that you're going to have to do. And some clients are going to want you to form your own headlines. Some will provide you the headlines to start with, but this is the very first piece. And that's something that you may want to do additional research on so that you can figure out some different ways to write headlines that are going to work for your audience. The second part of a freelance article is going to be the body. This is going to be where all of your text goes. So you've got the headline and then you've got the body piece, and this is where you write all the content. You write an opening paragraph, and that opening paragraph talks about, it like takes you a little bit into the topic. It doesn't reveal everything necessarily, and then throughout the rest of the article is where you reveal information, you tell stories, you share testimonials, you share different insights, and there are different ways to do this. But the next section is going to be the body. Now the body is going to contain several kind of subsections depending on how long your article is. So let's say your article is pretty short, it's like a 300-word article. Then you may only have the headline and the body of the article. But if your article is longer, let's say it's a long-form article, it's 2,000 words. Now you've got the headline, the main body, the first body section. So you've got body sections, and then you're going to have subheadings. Subheadings are kind of like mini headlines, and those subheadings are going to tell the story of that section. So it sums up that section for people who like to skim, because not everybody's got time to read a full 2,000 word article, so they'll like skim. They'll look at the headline, oh, this is an article I want to know about. They might read the opening paragraph, and then they scroll down, they see section 1. Oh, that's a topic I'm interested in. Section 2, I don't need to read about that. Section 3, okay, that's interesting. The things you need to know about these subheadings is that they're usually smaller than the title and bigger than the body text that is beneath them. They might be a different font, they might not. They're usually bold, they're usually, there's different ways you can write them. Some places want you to write them in with only the first word capitalized and all the other words not capitalized. Some want you to capitalize every word. It's all totally dependent on the client. But just know that the longer the article is, the higher the chances are of you needing subheadings. And with those subheadings, you're going to want to know, if you're writing for media outlets or whatever client you're writing for, you want to make sure if they actually want those, because some blogs and some media outlets don't want those. Some just want you to write the story and not add subheadings, so that might be something worth thinking about. As you move through your article, you're going to get to the bottom eventually. You're going to get to the final paragraph, and that final paragraph is a conclusion area. You use the last paragraph to kind of sum up what you've talked about, make any final statements. If it was like a review article, then you're going to put your opinion down there. A lot of places don't like to share an opinion. They'll be like, oh, so which one of these two is better? We'll leave that up to you. As a personal preference, I don't like that. I like it when places say this one is the clear winner in my opinion. So I think that makes it more valuable. That might be something to think about, but you want to put any summarizing ideas in that final paragraph, and then you close it out with your call to action. Now, not everyone's going to want a call to action, but a lot of places do. So a call to action is just going to be a single sentence that tells people what steps to take next. That could be, oh, did you like this article? Well, go ahead and read this article, or here's some more articles you might like to read. And that could be a call to action. It could also be like, if you liked anything in this article, go ahead and click here to sign up for my email list, or go to here, click here to take this course. It's just something telling the next steps. So far you've got the headline, a body, maybe body sections, you've got subheadings which separate the sections, and then you've got a conclusion paragraph with a call to action at the end. That's the basic framework of an article. Now, there's some other pieces that you can put into an article that might help you stand out, might help you rank for SEO. There's a whole bunch of stuff we can talk about. For instance, you're going to have a keyword probably in your headline, and a lot of clients will give you that keyword. They'll say, I want to use this keyword, or I want to use this keyword phrase. What they're talking about is a special word that's in the headline of the article. That's going to be the keyword they want to rank for on Google. So that means that you're going to write that word several times throughout the article, and you're going to try and weave it in a natural way. And then the idea is that this is going to help the article raise to the top of search results on Google, okay? And then to help that happen, you're going to sprinkle that in a few times throughout your text. You're going to add inbound and outbound links. So this is another thing to know. Inbound and outbound links. Inbound links are links that go to other places on this website, the current website. Outbound links go to other websites. So you want to have a couple of those in your text. Different things to know. Sections are going to be broken up into like 300 words or less. So if you have more than 300 words, you should have a new subheading according to Yoast SEO. So that's not according to everyone. Not everyone likes that. You may want to have some images. Not every client expects you to have images. You should ask clients if they want you to provide images. Most clients should provide images for you. But if you're writing for like the big media outlets, the bigger blogs, they may want you to send your own image so they don't have to go find that for you. If you have to do that, you can go over to Pexels. You can go over to Pixabay, some of the free sites like that, and just grab a free image and add it into your article. And you can also do that throughout the article if you need other images. There's places to get free stock photography out there. You may or may not have to cite your source on that, but just double check that on the photography website just to make sure. A couple other key points worth mentioning with the structure of an article. You don't want it to be too blocky. So most articles should not be a solid square of text. There should be things that break up your article. So one of the ways to do that is to write in fairly short paragraphs. Paragraphs of 1 to 3 sentences are usually pretty good for creating space, kind of shortens things up. You also want sentences that are relatively short most of the time. These are going to be shorter sentences, 11 words or less, so that they're quick and easy to get through and easy to digest. You're going to want to put space between things in your article. So you can break things up with bullet points. You can break things up with images so that you add more white space, which makes it easier on the eyes. Different little tactics like this, colorful boxes, quotes that stand out that are bigger text than the rest of the text. There's just little things you can do to add into the structure depending on what the client wants, depending on what they need. So always ask the client. But in general, breaking up text is good and it helps readers make it through the text more easily. One other thing I want to mention that I've seen more recently happening in a lot of articles is a section near the top. Like there'll be like a paragraph of opening statement, and then there'll be points 1 through 5 that just say, here's what's in this article. Here's this topic and this topic and this topic and this topic. And it kind of sums up the subheadings that are in the article so that people know where to go and find the information they're looking for. They also get kind of a quick overview of what's in the article. This is especially helpful for longer articles. So if you are looking for a way to kind of pull readers in, let them know, is this for me? Answer that question for them real quick, and then pull them into the article further. That's one way I've seen a lot of places doing it. Alright, so if you don't take anything else away from this video, the main things to get are that you have a headline in any article. You're going to have body sections of at least 300 words. 300 words is usually the minimum. If they're more than 300 words, they're probably going to be broken up by a subheading and that's going to be a mini title that describes that section. Then you're going to have a conclusion at the end and probably a call to action statement directing people where to go. If you have those basic elements, you've got the basic structure of an article. And if you are someone who needs examples of articles so that you can go and write for clients on freelance platforms or anywhere else, you can just pick any topic you want and just create an article like this. Just give it a headline that's catchy or interesting or whatever. Write some body copy about that topic. You could do a review. You could do just a story about your life. You could do a story about someone else's life. You could share key points like this is 3 steps to build a better empire. I don't know. Write something like that, and then have your conclusion statement and call to action. Put a couple of links in there that are helpful. Break it up with some bullet points and some colorful boxes, and then now you've got an article. Add your cover image from Pexels or Pixabay, wherever you find that, and you can put this into a Google Doc or into a PDF, put it out there into the world, and say, hey, this is my first portfolio piece. That's pretty much it as far as this goes. So let me know what you're going to do first. Are you going to try to learn a little more about article writing, or are you going to go ahead and build your first article today? Go ahead and structure that today. Let me know in a comment down below. And yeah, if you liked anything in this video, subscribe, click that notification bell if you want more of these videos for me. We're going to be talking a lot more about article writing over the upcoming days. I really appreciate you sticking around. I love you all. I love my minions. I love my heathens, and I love my tribe. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.